Hi everyone, I want to talk about running from your life purpose. This subject has been coming up a lot lately as I seem to be asking myself, why does it have to be so hard to be me? Why am I so different? Why do I have to have these desires to do things that are out of the ordinary, that make me weird, that maybe even risk my security on earth, right? And so I have been really looking into this and facing this, and I was guided to make a video because I feel that maybe many others are going through this, and it's maybe the judgment of you. I've always been different. I was always a very super psychic child, an artist. I've been drawn to all kinds of metaphysical healing. At an early age, I started studying energy healing as a teenager. I was always different. I was always weird, and it just at some points has become tiring. And I can feel my ego sometimes likes to say, if only I wasn't me. Why does my life purpose have to be so hard? Why do I have that internal conflict that says, my soul is like, this is who you are, be it with radiance. Yet my mind is like, why can't I just fit in as a human and have a normal life? So I wanted to shed some light on this because it feels like a really huge subject that we have to embrace as change agents, as people who are bringing in unique energies on earth, as leaders, that we have to embrace that intuition that maybe tells us to take a different path, that maybe tells us to go against the grain. And I've been challenged throughout my life. I've been challenged to move away from my hometown. I've been challenged to leave jobs. I've been challenged to do so many things. And I like security. I like to know what's happening. So it has been hard for me. And I always think, if only I wasn't guided to do that. And it's like, but every decision I've made has been so intuitively based, yet I judge it because of my lack of faith. So I want to talk about the reasons we may, run from, judge, or even hate our life purpose. And one is lack of faith, right? That we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our heart. When our heart says, write a book, or go do angel readings, or start this group, or have this class, or start this website, or whatever we're doing, our heart is really into it, but maybe there's a lot of subconscious blocks. For example, maybe past life persecution, right? Or fear that people won't understand us in this life, or people will judge us. They'll say that we're crazy, or that we're, sacrilegious, or that we're making things up. There's so many things that we could fear, even though our heart and intuition says, yes, we feel like we need that guaranteed support from the world, from strangers, from family, from everybody. And when is that faith within our heart, when is our spiritual knowing going to be enough? The number two thing is society programming, right? We're kind of given instructions on how to survive, right? Go to this school, get this job, get this retirement, and you'll be safe for life. So when many of us as light workers have been guided to jump out of that system and follow our dreams and move places and leave jobs and start businesses, we're faced with a lot of that fear of, oh my goodness, how am I going to survive on earth? And that's another interesting one, because it really is mostly in our minds. But we are so programmed with that, the way that we should get our security, that it's really hard to break out of that mindset. But it's part of our evolution, definitely part of our evolution. And to live in the moment and know that you'll always be given the instructions that you need. Another major reason we may run from our life purpose is fear of rejection, that everybody will turn on us, that nobody will support us, our family, our friends, that our life will change because we'll be different or weird. So I want to really shed some light on these things and bring love and healing to them, because I've struggled with all of them, and I wanted to speak out about how we do have resistance to our life purpose. We do have resistance to following our inner guidance. I know I've dealt with this for years. In my life, I was guided to leave New York, leave my hometown, leave corporate jobs, come to the West Coast, and I've worked in offices on and off. I've had my own business. I've worked freelance. I've taught classes. I followed all my dreams of learning and practicing spiritual healing. And, sometimes I regret that. I do, because my ego says, oh, if only you didn't choose this road, your life would be easier. If only you were normal. And so I've really had to focus on my inner strength as a leader and confidence to own my choices and thrive with what I was given, with where I was at, because I had reached a point where I could no longer, have a regular office job. I could no longer do certain things a certain way. It was like every fiber of my being was rejecting it. So where was I left? I had to jump, right? I had to just choose to follow my dreams, and I've always been taken care of, but I can say that it has been hard emotionally because you're going against the grain. But the angels have really come through today to help me to really set the space for Earth and everyone to shift this consciousness that we're birthing new careers, we're birthing new ways of being. There's time, space, money for holistic healing, for energy healing, for all the spiritual things that we need, and that we as leaders are creating the new society, creating our own reality, and we're owning our power. Because I personally am ready to bust through this self-doubt and fear that who I am as a light worker will ruin me, because I definitely have that belief, and I'm ready to face it and clear it, because I don't want to judge who I am anymore. I don't want to feel different, weird, feel like wrong, like I made mistakes. I'm done with that, and I really wanted to make this video to talk about my personal journey with these issues as a light worker, as somebody who has chosen, and really I feel like I have no choice but to choose to devote myself to spiritual work, to offering spiritual readings, healings, classes, and really making that a part of my life, making space for that, to bring in that energy to the planet, and really be able to thrive in that and be comfortable in that role, because it has been a long and rocky journey. And I feel collectively we are shifting that now. We're making space for this to be okay. I saw huge shifts, especially with TV shows hosting mediums and psychics, and a lot of holistic healing and energy healing coming to the surface, which has made it easier for me to be accepted in mainstream society. But I have been, shamed and humiliated many times also. So I just wanted to talk about holding courage, faith, and space for all the healers and light workers to own their mission, believe in their mission, and know that they are supported deep down. Because the one thing that I learned is that no matter how much fear and judgment I have felt about who I am, what I do, or my ability to survive and thrive on Earth, most of it was in my head. Most of those judgments and fears never came to reality. I've always been safe. I've always been protected. Things have always worked out. So I'm ready to just kind of transcend that worry and judgment of my path on a deeper level. And I want to share that energy with all of you. So if you are choosing to take that road and you feel like it's a hard choice and you're getting kind of inspiration to do things, I really recommend that everybody follow their heart and soul, trust their guidance, stay connected to the universe, to your guides, to love, and know that any thought or feeling or emotion or judgment that doesn't feel good really isn't true. It's It's implanted by society, by negative thinking from the collective, and it's very important for us to stay connected to our inner guidance and connect with those leadership energies. Archangel Michael helps us, Joan of Arc helps us, our guardian angels, because many of us are leaders and way showers, and the more confident we are, the more comfortable we are in our own skin and connected, we lead the way. Because you know what? When you choose to live your life purpose and bring love to the planet, you are changing reality. And you know, if you think of what you're doing, you're bringing love to the planet, the whole universe is on your side in truth. When you choose to have that vision of bringing something beautiful to the world, you are supported. So I would like to just do a little meditation for light workers and healers and other metaphysical people who are being, guided to change their life and are following a unique path, to really feel that support in their heart and soul and transcend that level of fear and terror that I have personally felt. I have felt that. Going against the grain, doing something different, I felt that terror, that I no longer fit in, that I couldn't survive in society. Yet I start to realize that I am the leader of the new society, and I'm owning my power more and more. And I inspire you to own your power and feel how supported you are, and to know that your mission is divinely guided. And in blessing the world through who you are and your mission, you will always be blessed and cared for. So I just want you to feel that. Feel that beautiful support. I feel about 5 angels encircling you, and I think I'm assigning everybody about 5 angels to help with this issue. If you are facing phobias of survival as a spiritual healer, if you are faced with phobias of career change or moving, or getting out and sharing your gifts and afraid people will judge you, whatever you may be facing, I just want to send love and light to that, and know that the more positive you stay, the more connected you stay, you will thrive on earth, because you are the creator, and you must believe, you must have faith, you must look deeper, and every time you are faced with a challenge, spend time alone, pray, and ask for the universe to show you the way. Because the one thing I can say is that anytime I've asked for help, it was given. The only time I've experienced struggle was when I was so stuck in my own fear that I couldn't even pray or ask for help. And by the time I could ask for help, it will come once I get out of that consciousness, because it's all in our mind. Fear and worry is mostly all in our mind. Most of the things we worry about never happen, and a lot of the things we worry about are phobias and fears. So I'm blessing your path as a light worker, and know that when you have the courage to share your gifts, share your vision, you are changing the world for the better, and the world needs to change. Let's face it, we need more love. We need more amazing healing messages. We need more good energy. The planet needs you. So get to it, believe in yourself, and know that you are supported. Thank you for watching. This is Andrea Dumbecki from AngelFairyHealing.com.